Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. A porter died after being electrocuted and falling from a 3-story building in Georgetown. Dexter McDonald has been arrested after a year-long manhunt. A Campellville man faces theft charges, and a laborer is hospitalized following a chopping incident at Eekoo's industrial site. A 19-year-old lost his life in a Bell West incident, and 2 men have been charged with taking the life of security guard Paul Waterman during a robbery. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Porter dies after electrocution and fall from 3-story building in Georgetown. Brian Hardylall, a porter from Lot 82, South Haslington Tarmac Road, East Coast Demerara, and Covent Garden, East Bank Demerara, died on Friday morning after being electrocuted and falling from a 3-story building on Norton Street. The incident occurred while Hardylall was moving a metal gutter to the top of the building. The gutter came into contact with a Guyana Power and Light (GPL) power line, resulting in Hardylall being thrown from the building and landing on a pile of concrete blocks outside the yard. Emergency medical technicians (EMTs) arrived promptly and transported Hardylall to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Reports indicate that Hardylall was not wearing any safety gear at the time of the accident. Authorities are investigating the circumstances surrounding the incident, and the lack of safety precautions is expected to be a key focus. Fugitive Dexter McDonald arrested after year-long manhunt. After more than a year on the run, Dexter McDonald, wanted by the police for a series of armed robberies and rape, was arrested on Friday. Police headquarters reported that McDonald was apprehended around 15:45 HRS in a motor vehicle bearing registration number pad 1112. McDonald was a passenger in the vehicle driven by a 45-year-old contractor from Victoria Village, East Coast Demerara. Acting on a tip, police intercepted the vehicle in Belfield, East Coast Demerara. McDonald was found seated in the front seat and was immediately taken into custody. The driver was also detained for harboring a wanted fugitive. McDonald, 31, a construction worker from Lot 73 Buxton Middle Walk, East Coast Demerara, had been the subject of a wanted bulletin issued by the Guyana Police Force in March 2023. Both McDonald and the driver remain in custody as the investigation continues. Are you looking for a job? We are hiring currently for cashiers and store clerks. Give us a call at 628-6336. You can also WhatsApp us to schedule an interview. The closing date for applying is the 23rd of May, 2024. We look forward to hearing from you. Campellville man charged with theft of gun and ammunition. A Campbellville resident has been charged with theft involving a firearm and ammunition. Dennis Cogswell, 59, appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Courts on Friday and pleaded not guilty to the charges before Senior Magistrate Leroy Daly. Cogswell is accused of stealing a Glock 17 pistol valued at $385,000 along with 15 live rounds of ammunition, the property of Edward B. Behari and Company Limited. The alleged crime took place on May 12, 2024, at Charlotte Street, Georgetown. During the court proceedings, Cogswell's lawyer, Patrice Henry, requested reasonable bail for his client, highlighting Cogswell's unblemished criminal record and his long-standing career as a security personnel spanning over 3 decades. Magistrate Daly granted bail to Cogswell in the sum of $100,000. Cogswell is scheduled to return to court on June 21, 2024. Laborer hospitalized after chopping incident at Eekoo's industrial site. Ronald Dean, a 50-year-old laborer from Water Street, Baggettstown, East Bank Demerara, EBD, is in critical condition after being chopped during an argument on Friday afternoon at the Eekoo's industrial site. The incident occurred around 1740 HRS and involved a 56-year-old security guard from Hearst Telling, EBD. Police reports indicate that the 2 men are known to each other. According to the statement from police headquarters, Dean, along with several other individuals, was consuming alcohol at the fishery at Eekoo's, EBD. The security guard approached the group and requested that they leave as he needed to secure the building. Dean refused to comply and held onto the security guard's leg despite being asked to let go. The argument escalated, leading the security guard to draw a cutlass from his waist and chop Dean on the forehead. Dean was immediately transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he is currently receiving treatment for his injuries. His condition is described as critical. The suspect is in police custody and is assisting with the investigation. Are you looking for a job? We are hiring currently for sales representative, truck drivers/porters, housekeeper, cashier and office assistant. Give us a call at 592-220-8270. You can also WhatsApp us to schedule an interview. The closing date for applying is the 24th of May, 2024. We look forward to hearing from you. 19-year-old loses his life in Bell West incident. A 19-year-old male, Orlando Samaru, succumbed to his injuries on Friday, one day after being brutally stabbed by a man with whom he had ongoing disputes. The incident occurred on Thursday afternoon at Bell West, Phase No. 2, and involved a 31-year-old minor from the Bell West housing scheme. Police reports indicate that Samaru, of Lot 439 Bell West, West Bank Demerara, had a history of confrontations with the suspect. Several weeks prior, Samaru allegedly beat and robbed the minor, which led to multiple subsequent misunderstandings between the two. On Thursday at approximately 1400 hours HRS, Samaru was sitting under a bus shed in Bell West with several men when the suspect, armed with a knife, approached him. Without warning, the suspect grabbed Samaru's jersey and stabbed him multiple times in the abdomen before fleeing the scene on foot. Samaru was immediately rushed to the West Demerara Regional Hospital. Due to the severity of his injuries, he was later transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he died at 10 o'clock HRS on Friday. His body is currently at the GPHC mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. The police have gathered useful information from several individuals questioned in the area and are actively searching for the suspect as investigations continue. 2 men charged for taking life of security guard Paul Waterman during robbery. 2 men have been charged and placed before the court for the murder of security guard Paul Waterman, who was killed during a robbery in March 2024. Caden Bailey, a 24-year-old laborer from Crane, West Coast Demerara, was arrested on May 13, 2024. He was charged on Friday with the offense of murder in the course or furtherance of a robbery, contrary to Section 100(1)(c)(I) of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 801. Saeed Ali, a 25-year-old taxi driver from Tushin, East Bank Essequibo, was also charged on Thursday with the same offense under Section 100(1)(c)(I) of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 801. During their separate court appearances at the Leonora Magistrate Court before Senior Magistrate Zamila Ali Paul, the charges were read to them. Both Bailey and Ali were not required to plead and were remanded to prison until June 10, 2024. The charges stem from the robbery and murder of Paul Waterman at the People's Supermarket in Vredenhoop in March 2024. Waterman, a security officer with Sheriff Security Service, was fatally shot by bandits during a supermarket invasion on March 11, 2024. According to reports, 3 men, 2 of whom were armed with handguns, entered the supermarket and held Waterman, the proprietor Ping Xian Lin, and his wife Li Yeno Hen at gunpoint. Waterman, who was armed with a .32 Taurus pistol, attempted to resist, leading to a scuffle during which he was shot. The suspects then relieved Waterman of his firearm and cell phone. The bandits proceeded to rob the supermarket, taking an undisclosed amount of cash, Digicel and GTT phone cards, a cell phone, and a DVR before making their escape. Waterman, injured, was rushed to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The arrests and charges bring some hope for justice for Waterman's family and friends as the legal process continues.